Hi, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to find the turning point of a curve of the form y is x squared plus bx plus c. We are going to do this by completing the square. Now, to find this turning point over here, we are going to have to convert this part of this equation over here. That is x squared plus bx. We are going to convert this expression over here, x squared plus bx, by using another square over here, which is x plus b over 2 in length. So what do I mean by that? Well, the area of this square over here is x plus b over 2, which is its length, squared. Okay? Now, this part over here is made up of many components. As we can see here, we have this square near the middle here, which is x squared, because it has an area of x times x. We have an area here of b over 2 times x, okay, because the length over here is b over 2 and the height over here is x. We have an area over here that is b over 2 times x as well. And we also have this smaller square over here, which is b over 2 squared. So this area here is made up of other smaller components or parts, and that is going to be equal to x squared plus 2 times b over 2 times x plus b over 2 squared. Okay, now this is going to be the same as x squared plus bx, okay, plus b over 2 squared. That is because 2 times b over 2 times x is simply bx. Okay, so we've shown that x plus b over 2 squared is equal to x squared plus bx plus b over 2 squared. This is going to imply that x plus b over 2 squared minus b over 2 squared is x squared plus bx. Okay, and we are going to use this transformation from this to this to get the turning point of this curve right over here. So the equation of the curve is y is x squared plus bx plus c, but we can convert this part of the equation over here. What we get is y is equal to x plus b over 2 squared minus b over 2 squared plus c. Okay, so we get this over here. Now we can add b over 2 squared to both sides of the equation, and we can also subtract c from both sides of the equation. So what we get from here is x plus b over 2 squared is equal to y plus b over 2 squared minus c. From here, we can make another conversion. So we're going to take the square root of both sides of this equation over here. That will leave us with x plus b over 2 is equal to plus or minus the square root of y plus b over 2 squared minus c, like this. What we are going to do last is subtract b over 2 from both sides of the equation. this means that x, okay, is going to be equal to minus b over 2 plus or minus the square root of y plus b over 2 squared minus c. Now from here, you need to know that this over here has to be greater than or equal to 0, okay? Because we're dealing with real numbers. So whatever is underneath that square root sign has to be greater than or equal to 0. If we take this into account, we're going to be able to find that turning point. Okay, so the logic over here tells us that y plus b over 2 squared, okay, minus c has to be greater than or equal to 0. This is going to imply that y has to be greater than or equal to, that is going to be c minus b over 2 squared, okay? Because what we did is we added c to both sides of this inequality, and we subtracted b over 2 squared from both sides of the inequality. So that means the height of that graph, right, is going to be a minimum, okay, of c minus b over 2 squared. Okay, so the value of y over here has to be greater than, okay, or equal to c minus b over 2 squared. However, we know the value for y at this turning point. We've discovered that now. But what is the value of x for that turning point? Let's do that next. Okay, so x is minus b over 2 plus or minus the square root of y plus b over 2 squared minus c. What happens when y is c minus b over 2 squared? Let's write that down. So x is minus b over 2 plus or minus, we are going to replace the value of y with c minus b over 2 squared. So that is c minus b over 2 squared. But we get this as well over here. So that's plus b over 2 squared minus c. And all of this sits under the root sign. Now, c minus c over here is equal to 0. So we can cross those out. And minus b over 2 squared plus b over 2 squared is also equal to 0. So we can cross these out. So what we're left with is x is minus b over 2 for that turning point. So the coordinates for that turning point are minus b over 2, and that was c minus b over 2 squared. Okay, let's see what this looks like on Desmos. Over here we have the coordinates minus b over 2, c minus b over 2 squared. And over here we have the graph y is x squared plus bx plus c. As you can see, whatever we do to the constants b and c, that turning point over here remains correct, okay? It doesn't matter if we move b or c, it's always where it needs to be, okay? So I hope this video has helped you out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. For more videos like this, make sure you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. Also check out mathematics.proofs on Instagram for more maths content. Thanks for watching this video and see you next time.